everyone, welcome to TerraSpatial. In this video tutorial we are going to see how to georeference and raster image using Freehand Raster Georeferencer in QGIS. Basically, a Freehand Raster Georeferencer tool is an interactive georeferencing method where you can add the ungeoreferenced image on top of a base map or any georeferenced image, and you can interactively georeference the image. So this is just an example. I'm having an image which is ungeoreferenced. So you can directly use this tool like this. So this is just an example to show you. So we'll just use this tool to georeference the image interactive way. So let's get started. So let us have a small introduction to it. So have you ever tried to georeference old or hand-drawn maps in QGIS? And no matter how many control points you add, it still doesn't fit, right? So that's because some maps are just misplaced. They are actually distorted. In this video, I'll show you what the Freehand Raster Georeference is, when to use it, and when you should definitely not use it. So these are some of the examples of the maps, old maps, some of the examples of satellite images. So Freehand Raster Georeference main purposes: used to correct the distorted raster maps, applies a local warping, focuses on a visual alignment, and not meant for a precise analysis. So what kind of problem it solves? Many rasters are folded or drawn, old historical maps, hand-drawn sketches, and mobile phones photos. Normal georeferences fails here. So basically how it works: user manually drags the maps, each area is corrected separately, no mathematical model, and local distortion fixed through visually. Its main applications: historical map alignment, field sketch mappings, NGO and planning reports, visual digitization purpose. And its limitations are: it cannot be used for area and distance measurement, engineering or modeling, scientific accuracy. So best used for visualization only. And we can use it to its maximum extent by using the following technique. First, apply a freehand georeferences to roughly fix the distortions and then export the corrected raster image. Then apply the normal georeferencing for final accuracy. This gives a better visual alignment, better mathematical stability. So followed by this, we'll be installing the plugin, and after that we'll perform the georeferencing. How to install this plugin. This is the tool, as you can see here, Freehand Raster Georeferencer. So let us see how to install this plugin. Let's see how to install the Freehand Georeferencer. Check you are having an active internet connection, and right after that move on to plugins and select manage and install plugins. So currently I am in all plugins. Right here in the search bar, just type in Freehand Raster Georeferencer. This is the tool which we are going to use in this case. Now install the plugin. So once it is done, let us close it. So you can see after installation it has been automatically placed in the toolbars. So you can move it and place it wherever you feel it is okay. So this is that tool. Now let's see how to use this to georeference the image using Freehand Georeferencer tool. And this can also be called as interactive georeferencing. So this is the image which I am going to use for georeferencing. This is an ungeoreferenced image. Now you can see this is the tool. This is the Freehand Raster Georeferencer tool. Now let us add the image, add raster for interactive georeferencing. So you can use this browse option, click on it. So as you can see here, I'm going to just click on open and add it. So you can see here how this image looks like. Now let us add the base map. So I'm going to add some base map to it. So you can see this is the base map. And now let me bring this image to the top. Now you can just see the image, and in order to work with this raster image, first we need to select it, and you can see automatically the tools will be appearing. So first we'll reduce the transparency so that we can have a view of this base map behind this scene. So in order to do that, you can use this option. This increases the transparency level and this decreases the transparency level. So I'm going to use this to decrease the transparency and to press this one to increase the transparency. Right? Now you could see that now the base map is clearly visible after increasing the transparency level. So before that, here are some couple of interesting tools. As you can see here, MO, this is nothing but move raster. If you just choose this, and you can directly move the raster like this. So this is a useful tool. If you are interested to move on raster, you can use this and move the raster to whatever place you like. And next comes the RO tool, that is rotate raster. So after selecting this tool, you can directly click on this image, and you can just you can hold on to the mouse left click, and you can just rotate the mouse or make it in the sideways so that you can easily, as you can see here, you can easily rotate the image, right? Like this you can rotate the image easily. So these are some useful tools. You can use both the right click and left click to rotate this raster, right? So now you can see that the base map size, that is base map scale, and the image scale is quite different. Now let us adjust it. So for that you can use this option, scale raster. So select this. So now you can just click on this map, and you can stretch the image. For example, if I move this cursor to the left hand side, you can see how the scale is shrinking, right? If I move it on the right hand side, you can see it is stretching. To the left, it is shrinking like this. Okay, and if you want to stretch it in the top and bottom, you can do so. For example, once again you have to select this image, and if you just bring the cursor towards down, you can see the image is been shrinking from the north south direction, right? If you want to increase it, you can stretch it, you can move on the cursor to the top. So like this you can move the scale the image and stretch it accordingly. So now I'm going to just shrink it to the sidewards. So like this I'm going to shrink it. Now after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move this. So you can see that still it is not in a correct position. Now once again I'm going to use this scale option, or you can also use the adjust sides. Now I'm going to select this and once again select the image. Now you can see I'm just adjusting the sides, right? So you can see here how I'm matching these sides. You can see it is almost done. Finally I am going to once again scale it, right? Now if you just zoom in and you can just confirm, how much has been successfully done. You can zoom in and confirm it. I can also decrease the transparency or increase the transparency. You can see. So you can see some difference over here, right? Now I just go back. Now once again I'm going to adjust it by clicking on the image. And I'm going to reduce the scale further. Now you could just see this edge, how it is changing, right? You can see the transition. Now you can see how it is being correctly positioned. Now once again I'm going to use this side. And move the raster. So like this you can georeference it. This is called the freehand georeferencing. So even though some regions we can see some differences, but it is not of great differences. So if I just reduce the transparency, you can see the shift, right? So once again I can move the image a bit. Like this I can move it. Now you can just see. So this is just a freehand georeferencing, not very much accurately done, right? It's somewhat better for the older images where the first level of georeferencing is impossible. You can just overlay on top of any base map or satellite image, and you can do the georeferencing and freehand georeferencing. Afterwards you can do the perfect georeferencing. So like this you can do freehand georeferencing. Please share your views on this. So this is just a very basic georeferencing where you can't directly georeference the image using any reference point. You can do this, and afterwards you could georeference it in a better way using the GCPs once you have placed it top on a perfect location. So now if you want to export this image, you can export it. Just click on here, export raster with the Word file, and you can just use the option browse. So select this option. So I'm going to save it as capture georeferenced. You can choose the format. So I'm going to choose .tif, or you can just leave it to the default also. Hit save, click on OK. Now we have successfully exported the image. So if you want, you can also add it. Layers, add raster layer, browse it. So this is the georeferenced image. Let me open it and add it. Close this, and now you can see the georeferenced image. So please to keep it in mind that this is just a basic georeferencing, right? You can enhance it, right? So thanks for watching, and if you have any views on this, please do share your valuable views. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.